Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Please turn off your camera. Everyone, turn off your camera and mute your microphone. I'm fine, Anik. How are you, everyone? How are you? Very good. So, this is now your science class. Everyone, open your science book and we already discussed this 6th chapter, safety rules. So, open the page number 26 in your 6th chapter, safety rules. Everyone open fast. And in this chapter, this safety rules, we already discussed in the safety on the road, safety rules on the road, which rules we have to maintain when we are on the road and when we all are traveling and when we are at home. So, we learned or we discussed about those 3 safety rules and obviously we have to remember this and follow those rules. When we are on the road, we have to maintain those safety rules on the road. When we are traveling, we have to maintain those safety rules while traveling in the bus or any kinds of vehicles. And when we are at home, nowadays as all we are at home, so we have to maintain those all rules, and first of all you have to remember this and obviously you have to follow those rules. Antara, can you see me? Can you hear clearly? Everyone, please mute your microphone. Don't unmute it. Mute your microphone, Rezaul. Mute your microphone. And everyone, it's for everyone. Don't unmute it. Okay, so let's start those safety in a swimming pool. So today we will know that we have to maintain some safety rules when we are in swimming pool, when we are in the swimming pool. Okay. First of all, we must use the swimming tube if we do not know how to swim. Okay, when you are in the swimming pool but you don't know how to swim, you till now not learn how to swim, so you can use those tube, and that is must for everyone. If you don't know swim, then use a swimming tube in swimming pool. And we must not go deep in the swimming pool. We must not go deep. Maybe we can face any type of danger if we go deep in the swimming pool. So, don't go in the deep of a swimming pool. And the last one is we must not go into the swimming pool if there is no elder with us. As you all are now child, so sorry, as you all are now child, so don't go in the deep of the swimming pool without any elder of you. Okay, so as you can't swim, or you cannot swim in the deep of the swimming pool, that you must not go there without any elder one. Aditya, can you hear me now properly? Shohardo, please turn off your camera. Shohardo, please turn off your camera. Can you hear me? No. And others? Can you hear me properly? Aditya, maybe it's your network problem. You please rejoin. And Shohardo, please turn off your camera. Shohardo Das. So there are some rules in the swimming pool. In a swimming pool, and when we go there, we have to maintain those rules in the swimming pool. We must follow this. So let's first of all, that we must use the swimming pool if we do not know how to swim. If we do not know how to swim, and first of all, you have to learn how to swim, or if you are new there, or you don't know how to swim, that time you must use the swimming tube. Okay. And the next is, we must not go deep in the swimming pool. As you all are child, that will be danger if you go there. Okay, that will be danger if you go alone. So don't go there. Don't go deep in the swimming pool. You can you must go with your elder one. Okay, but must not go alone. Must not go alone. You can go with your elder one in the swimming pool. And the next is the safety at school. When you all were in the school, that time you learned those safety rules when you were at school. So let's see what are they again. We must not jump on desk in the class. That is very important for everyone when you all will come to school after this situation. So that time you have to maintain those safety rules. So that's why you have to remember this. Okay. So let's see. First one is, we must not jump on desks in the class. Or you must not run in the class. There are very many benches and desks are there. So that's why don't jump or don't run in the class. And we must move in a line and not push one another. As you all are maintain those cube and maintain those line. So that is very good, that we must move in a line and don't push one another. Remember it. You must be maintain those line and don't push one another. Okay. So those two rules are very important when you are at school. Okay everyone, and the next is safety in the playground. So we learned the safety in the swimming pool and safety at school, and now we have to know safety in the playground. So first is we must play in a park or playground. As you know that classroom is not playing ground, and you don't jump or don't run in the class. So you can jump or you can run in the playground or any kind of park, because there is the playing here we can play there, those playing ground. And we must always play games in a safe way. We have to help each other also. If anyone get hurt that in the playground, we must help those our friends or who get hurt, we have to help them. Okay, and we must always play games in a safe way. In a safe way, as you don't hurt anyone in the playground. Okay. So here are the two rules, and you have to maintain when you are in the playground. We must play in a playground or park, and we have to play games in a safe way. And the next is the first aid. Next is the first aid. If you get hurt or if anyone get hurt, what will be do for aiding or for cure those wounded area? So first of all, we have to use the first aid, and we have to know this, that what is this first aid. When let's see the page number 27. Page number 27. When someone gets hurt, we must help him or her till the doctor comes. As I told you that in the playground or in the class or anyone anywhere, if anyone hurt, that time we have to tell those teachers or playing games teachers or any other teachers, right? We already learned this. And if you can see that someone of your friends get hurt, that time you must help her or him. Okay, you must help her or him till the doctor comes. We must call an elder person immediately. As I told you, that time you must tell your teachers or in the school, when you are in the school, but when you are out of the school, you can tell any your elder one immediately. Any your elder one when you are nearby of you, you must tell this elder one immediately. And we must wash the wound, apply medicines, and tie a bandage or clean clothes, or put a band-aid with the help of an elder. So when you get hurt or anyone get hurt, and that time there are wound, so we have to first wash this wound. We have to first wash this wound. Then we have to put that wound, the medicines. We have to put the medicines on the wound, and after it we have to tie up with a clean clothes or any kind of band-aid or bandage or any kind of clean cloth we can use to tie on the wound, So that is we have to do step by step. Okay, first wash, then give medicines, and then tie this wound. And with the obviously with the help of an elder one, as you all are now child, you can take help with anyone, with as your teacher or any elder one. This help is called the first aid. This help is called first aid. and we must have a first aid box. Rezaul, can you hear me clearly? Rezaul? We already learned about those safety rules at the on the road, at home, while traveling, in a swimming pool, in the school and in the playground. But we also get know that about the first aid, Rezaul, if you can't hear me, please rejoin. Please disconnect your call and join again. So that is we have to know about the first aid. If as we already learned those safety rules, but after that, if anyone get hurt, or if you get hurt, that we can use this first aid. So what is this first aid? That if anyone get hurt or if they have any wound, first of all we have to wash this wound. So first one is wash wound, and then second is give medicines. Give medicine. This is the second step, and the third step is tie wound with any kind of clean clothes. Tie wound. This is the third step, and we have to tie wound with bandage or clean clothes or bandage. Okay, those three things we can use it with the help of others, which you can use it with the help of others and help of your elder one, and that is we call the first aid, and that is step by step. So those all process we call them togetherly that first aid. Okay, this help we call first aid. And we must have a first aid box as we have to help anyone who get hurt by anything. That time we have to take any first aid box in our homes, in class, car or school bus. So those all things we can we have to take this, and you can carry any small things, and those important things we can carry with us also. So those all things we call the first aid box. As we keep them in a box, as we keep those medicines, we keep those clothes, clean clothes or bandage or band-aid and others, any kind of medicines. So as we keep them in a box, so that's why we called it first aid box. And we must keep them in our home, in our class, in our school bus and car also, or any kind of vehicles also. You can keep them in your scooter or in your scooty, bike or any types of vehicles, or you can carry with you also. So that is, this first aid is very important because that is very helpful also, as we can help others or we can help one also. So that's why you have to learn this, you have to read this very attentively, those first aid and those safety rules. So have you any problem about those safety rules which we learned? Anyone? Did you all understand it? If you can't, you can tell me now. If any problem, you can tell me now. Okay everyone, very good, you all understand it. So we all in this chapter we learn the safety rules and about first aid. Okay, and you have to read this chapter very attentively, because you have to remember this and you have to follow those rules when you are on anywhere you are, and you can make yourself safe. So that's all for today everyone. Have a nice day and bye.